Hi, Cancer. This is your May love reading. Before I begin, I want to advertise a little promotion I'm doing. This will be starting on May 1st, and the first 10 clients who email me will be getting a free reading of their choice. There are some limitations on the types of, like, the length of the reading, of course. So please email me if you'd like more information about that. I know it can be really hard to just trust some random person online. And I personally love personal readings. I find general readings very difficult. So I would like to get some more clientele, and that way you can see if you like my style and if we resonate. And yeah, so I'll only be offering it this summer. I'm like, after I get my first 10, I may do it again if it goes well. But starting fall, I will not be offering this service anymore, as I will be back in school. So, um, before I begin, this is a love reading. This is a reading for people who need guidance. If you are, happily involved with someone, this reading is not for you. If you need guidance and you're happily involved about, when you're going to have a baby or whatever, those are best for a personal reading. Um, Typically, in general readings, the messages that come out are for the people who need them the most. These are the people who are struggling. I've also asked Spirit to specifically show me messages for people who are struggling. So, and of course, even if you are struggling, it may still not resonate with you because it's general. So, I'm just going to begin. Cancer, I feel like you are in a relationship that, for some of you could be quite volatile and abusive. I have to say that. You could be involved with a narcissist or just someone where there's a lot of competition and power struggles, manipulation, that kind of stuff. But I feel like you're trying to work it out. Like you guys are trying to rebuild, but it's not working. Um, in the other readings, I've been saying who is one person, who is the other person, but I'm not going to do that anymore because it's confusing the heck out of me and probably you guys. So I'm saying person one and person two, and you guys can figure out who that person is. The first person I see in this dynamic is showing up as someone who I feel like they might have a lot of like they might have some sadness underneath them, but I don't think they express it. This person does not express their emotions, and therefore you don't really know what's going on. For some of you, this person is, how do I explain it? This person is just like, I don't know if they're depressed or if they've just lost their zest for life. For a very few of you, this person is seeking attention elsewhere. And I think it's because of this depression or because of the sadness or something. It could be that there's someone from the past. But they're just, the biggest thing I'm seeing is they're not expressing their emotions and they're not looking overly happy. And their advice in this relationship is to recognize that there's not the emotional connection, there's not that intimacy, and to let it go. And the reason is because they have a lot of emotional growth to do, and they also have some stuff to release. They have a lot of heavy baggage with the devil in reverse that they need to release. I'm just trying to see if anything else is coming through. I mentioned the third party just because, I see the Three of Cups in reverse here. On the other side, I see someone being upset and I see a woman. But, it's not going to be for everyone, but for some, it definitely is. Someone is withholding their emotions because they are out there having fun. The other person in this relationship is very emotional. They're emotionally upset. They've experienced new emotions coming to the surface. And they're at one point, it honestly looked like they're upset because someone is moving, or they have to move, or the other person has to move, and maybe that person was a bit deceptive about it. But for a lot, I'm seeing that they got involved with someone who wasn't very forthcoming. This person had some secrets, and this person was most likely looking outside of the relationship. Because what's causing this upset is the moon. So that is stuff that you cannot see right away. And when I drew some more cards, I just got a lot of deceptive energy here. You'll have to let me know if someone's moving. Now, this person's advice is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And when I clarified, it looks like they need to just trust that times are going to get better. That this is, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, this was karmic. This is fated. If problems are arising, that's trying to show this person something, and this person needs to just kind of trust. This other person needs to trust, and not necessarily in this relationship, but in their path, their individual path. Because I just see a lot of burden on their end. I see that there's a possibility for deception. Yeah, it's very interesting. You know, at one point I thought, you know, maybe this relationship's just going through some stuff, but the more I got in, you know, for a few of you, it might be that this is just a rough time. And you need to just, you know, the Two of Cups could be, you just need to trust that, like, there are rough times. But for those of you who resonate with this volatile relationship that I'm seeing, that there may be competition, and aggression and manipulation and control issues, no. And if you're in any type of an abusive relationship, and that includes emotional, I don't care what the cards say. You need to remove yourself from that situation immediately and in the safest, you know, way possible, because that is not healthy. For others of you who are just rebuilding after a rough time, you need to deal with your stuff, because one person in particular, everyone has stuff, but one person in particular has some heavier stuff that they need to deal with. Or this relationship it won't work. It's not going to work. Someone's got to release the baggage, because it's too much baggage on the other person, is what I'm seeing. And for many others, this is, you know, I know I give so many scenarios, but it's because it's general, and, like, you know, there's no way the cards can clarify for every single person. But for others, it's that you need to get out of this relationship, because it is not a healthy one for you, or the other person. If it's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for the other person. That's the way it is. Your Oracle card was Poised in reverse. Number 48. And you are getting extra protection right now. So, Cancer, let's see. It says you are not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It is okay to postpone things until you're really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So when it talks about not being ready to move forward, I feel like that is literally about this relationship. Someone is not ready, and they're probably holding back, and that could be the deception itself, right? Deception comes in many forms. I can't tell you which type it is for this. Some people it's another woman or man. Some people it's that this person is just not being honest about where they're at. And, you know, even if it hurts to let this person down, you're better to do it now than later when you've been together for 10, 15 years. Because what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Cups is, like, there's this ideal that someone wants. I'm guessing both of you, because it was in the column that represents the relationship itself. So I think that there's this idea of this happily ever after with this person, but we can't get to happily ever after with another person until we get to happily ever after with ourselves. And I just see with this energy here, this is very volatile. That's all I can, volatile, just fighting, yelling, power struggles. It can be a narcissistic abuse with this King of Swords in reverse, cutting each other down. That is a red flag for anyone. So, and whether you're the person receiving that abuse or you're giving it, it's a red flag, right? So I just feel like this is saying that you might need to disappoint someone now before it gets really bad. Your other two cards with the Ascended Masters deck was Let It Go and To Nurture Yourself. And I don't know about you guys, but I just thought those went so well together. Let It Go is pretty self-explanatory. It's saying to stop struggling, pushing, or forcing things to happen. So with this energy, it is forceful and it's not working. It says such actions actually push against universal flow and lead to frustrations and blocks. When you let the situation go to spirit, you automatically open supportive doors that will bring solutions and an outcome exceeding your expectations. Let go of the struggle, anger, unforgiveness, or anything else undesirable. Trust that the universe is on your side. So this is letting go of an argument, judgments, or a long-term hurt. So remember how I said there might be someone here who hasn't let go of someone else, or maybe there was infidelity and you guys are trying to work it out. You know, in order to overcome an affair, and you know, everyone's different. You know, some people, their boundaries, no. Once you do that, it's done. For other people, they want to try and work it out. But in order to work out an affair, you have to let it go. You cannot hold it over the other person's head. You just can't. That's the only way it's going to work. So that might be an issue for someone. But yeah, this card goes really well. It's saying to have compassion for everyone in the situation, including yourself, to be gentle to yourself, and to forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. So that really matches Nurture Yourself, the same message, right? Because often we don't, right? We're really hard on ourselves, and the way we talk to ourselves or treat ourselves is usually not the way we talk to someone else if they were going through the same thing. So talk to yourself like you were talking to your best friend or someone you care about. This is saying you've given a lot to yourself lately, and it's time to give. You've given a lot of yourself lately, and now it's time to give something to yourself. You've drawn this because you need to nurture yourself. This means taking good care of your body through sleep, detoxification, and exercise. It also means taking care of your needs as you would for others. I just said that. To have more energy, abundance, peace, purpose, and everything that you desire, you need to nurture yourself. So this is about balance and giving to others with receiving for yourself. This is honoring your inner voice, getting rest, taking care of your body, nurturing your inner child, and just self-care to the max. So that's your message, Cancer. I don't think that there's anything else I have left to say. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know if it resonated, and feel free to email me if you would like a free reading. If not, I will see you guys in June. I just need to find the stop button.